Starcasting to you from the City of Angels. Hello, everyone. I'm Karis. Thank you so much for being here and listening to the Voice of Astrology podcast. This is your astrology cosmic superpower for the week beginning Sunday, December 10th through Saturday, December 16th, 2023. Let's journey together with astrology and explore how to connect with the stars, the planets, the energies for our new week ahead. The two cosmic majors this week, Mercury stationing retrograde and the new moon in the sign of Sagittarius on December 12th. Now, I'm going to get to that and go through all 12 signs of the zodiac and what it means for each sign of the zodiac. But before we go through that, the week, Sunday, December 10th, is starting off with what's called the dark balsamic moon phase, where right before the new moon in Sagittarius, and the week starts off on Sunday the 10th with the moon in her fall in the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio, when the moon is with Scorpio, Scorpio is the emotional imprints, the emotional baggage that you took on as a child, as an infant, before you had any choice in the matter, from the mom, the primary caretaker. Fixed water Scorpio is intense emotion, strong loves, strong hates. It's intensity. And with the moon in her fall sign of Scorpio, knowing what is yours and what was never yours to carry as a burden emotionally is how we are starting off the week with the dark balsamic moon phase and the moon in her fall in the sign of Scorpio. Now, right before the new moon, this inner time of reflection, contemplation, there's no light. We don't see it clearly. It's more about the feeling and the instincts, because the moon is emotional. It's instinctual. It's not about analyzing. It's about feeling. The moon in astrology also represents the emotional body that you live in. You are constantly fluctuating with different feelings and emotions, and that is your home in a certain sense, that we can't escape that. We can't leave that house, the moon house in astrology. So what a wonderful time of the month when we are right before the new moon to go within and feel through the emotions that you know are yours and the emotions that have always been hard to carry through life. That's one of the ways you know and can feel into what was never yours to begin with. You're carrying the emotions of the mom and or the primary caretaker. Monday, December 11th, we have the moon entering Sagittarius, mutable fire Sagittarius. Now, when the moon goes into Sagittarius on Monday, December 11th, this is fire, which means illumination. Moon in Sagittarius making a square hard aspect to Saturn in Pisces, both ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter going overboard. Sagittarius and Pisces, both ruled by Jupiter, with the moon and Saturn squaring off with each other, is the ability, the potential to get in touch with where you have just gone too far, too much. Remember, Jupiter doesn't recognize limitations or boundaries. It just keeps going and going. So how this connects, because it always connects, how this moon in Sagittarius connects to the moon in Scorpio, wherever in your life, emotionally, any kind of addiction, any kind of behavior where you just have felt that you can't stop yourself. This moon in Sagittarius making that square to Saturn is the awareness and also the releasing of where and how you've gone too far in life and how that sabotaged yourself, how it became a block from moving forward. Being in touch with this right before the moon in Sagittarius, the new moon in Sag, is so important so that you can move forward and go further with your goals and dreams. Tuesday, December 12th, 12:12. This is the new moon in Sagittarius at 20 degrees, which brings in a Leo influence, which is expression and more authenticity. Also today, we have Mercury stationing retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. The new moon in Sagittarius is the new opportunity in the area of where you want long-term goals. This isn't the short sprint. This is the marathon of what you want over time. Sagittarius is about faith and believing. Sagittarius is the excitement of pushing yourself further than you ever thought you could go. Now, along with the new moon in Sagittarius, the same day, Mercury retrogrades in Capricorn. Capricorn is the realistic Earth Capricorn, the realistic cardinal Capricorn, which means let's get something started, let's initiate. Capricorn being a cardinal sign of the zodiac. There's a blending here of the realism, the common sense of Earth sign Capricorn, blending with the fire and the enthusiasm of the new moon in Sagittarius. Both things are happening simultaneously, meaning what is it realistically going to take to make your dreams come true? This is the Mercury retrograde, and then making the long-range dream of life, new moon in Sagittarius, is the fire that takes you there, that drives you there. After I finish the scope for the rest of this week, I'll go through each sign individually. Now, Wednesday, we've got the moon going into her detriment. The moon goes into exile in the sign of Capricorn. The moon is the furthest away from her natural home placement, which is the moon at home in the sign of Cancer. But when we have the moon in Capricorn, this is the focus, paying attention to getting in touch with your needs. Capricorn moon tends to do everything for everyone else, feeling responsible to carry all of the hard work for everyone else. Capricorn and the moon in Capricorn would say, needs, I have those. What are those needs? What are those emotional needs? Moon in Capricorn can appear to be very cool and unemotional, but there's a deep need in the moon in Capricorn that wants to be comforted, that wants to feel safe, just like everybody else. Moon in Capricorn on this Wednesday, the 13th, means get in touch with what those needs are for you. Thursday, December 14th, one of the needs with the moon still in the sign of Capricorn is to feel into if you really want to do the work that you are doing now. The moon in Capricorn makes an earth trine flow to Uranus in the sign of Taurus. Now, Uranus is a separation planet. It can be a very abrupt ending. With the moon there in her exile making this earth trine flow to Uranus in Taurus, this is an all of a sudden awakening, an epiphany that what you have been doing to earn money isn't really what you've wanted to do. Now, granted, we've now had the new moon in Sagittarius on the 12th. Now the moon is growing and increasing in light, which means if we're connected to what's natural, then it's time to start growing something in our lives. And with this December 14th moon trine Uranus in Taurus, what we would want to grow and increase is the way we value our talents and abilities, and also to become more connected to your true way of wanting to earn a living, the work that you would love, giving something of value that you really care about. We're in new moon cycle now, And about 2.5 days-ish after the exact moment of the new moon, we will start to see that gorgeous, beautiful crescent new moon light. The moon increasing in light is increasing what we want to bring light to in our lives. Friday, December 15th, Venus's day, the moon enters fixed air Aquarius, which is the people, the associates, the friends that you want to be connected to. So much of our work is connected to the associates that we deal with on a daily basis. This is new moon growing, new friends, new community, new collaborations with the people that are one of the same mindset. This is fixed air Aquarius, and where you just feel more in sync with the ideas, concepts, and attitudes of different and new people in your life. And when it comes to Aquarius, the more unique you are and the more unique people around you are, the moon in Aquarius loves this. The moon is what we need emotionally. And with cool air Aquarius, the difference of opinions is a welcomed thing. When people have a mindset that is outside of the box, moon in Aquarius loves this. As you've noticed so many times, it's very difficult to express differences of opinion, especially on social media, without it turning into a slugfest. Moon in Aquarius actually welcomes this. As the moon is growing in light and power, the moon in Aquarius wants the different opinions and angles and perspectives, and also the inventiveness. Aquarius is very much an inventor, and when we're at least open-minded, moon in Aquarius, to different ways of thinking and looking at things, to at least consider it, then the moon in Aquarius, as we are in new moon baby cycle, meaning the moon is growing, that this grows fresh new ideas, thoughts, and ways and perspectives of creating more inventive, innovative things. As we close out the week, Saturday, December 16th, this is quite passionate and stormy. We still have the moon in Aquarius. The moon in Aquarius makes a hard square angle to the planet Uranus in Taurus. Now, the moon in Aquarius is rebelling with this Uranus square aspect to the way things have always been set. Fixed Earth does not like change, and the moon in Aquarius is saying change is on the way, whether we welcome it or not. Also, we've got the sun in fiery Sagittarius, making a square aspect to Neptune in Pisces. So this blending of fire and water, it's heat, it's stormy, it's passion. It can be confusing because we're looking at Neptune in Pisces with the blending of fire and Sagittarius. The Sagittarius sun says just put it all out there in the light, squaring off with that Neptune in Pisces, which is, no, I'm not done feeling it through. It's still a mystery. You're just going to have to be a bit patient. Sun in Sagittarius making that square to Neptune in Pisces is taking the confusing and all the different emotions and figuring out how to channel that into something positive. Now that we've taken a look at the overall scope of the astrology for the week, let's go sign by sign with the new moon in Sagittarius with Mercury retrograde in Capricorn on the same day. Mercury will be retrograde, Mercury being the mind, thinking, planning. A Mercury retrograde is superb for research, going back and looking over something again, going deeper, redoing something, tweaking, adding, adapting. This is the Mercury retrograde with the new moon in Sagittarius with that Leo influence, which is the long-term goal, wanting to bring in greater expression and creativity. That's the Leo influence with this new moon in Sagittarius. Mercury is retrograde until the first of the year and stays in its storm shadow cycle until January 7th, 2024. Sagittarius, this new moon in your sign is a new beginning in the area of you yourself. With the new moon in your sign, the way you want to present your brand, your image, the way you want to express more authentically, the way you want to get more in touch with your creativity. Remember, this has a Leo influence, this new moon. Your brand, your product, and how you want what it is that you create to be loved and appreciated. Leo rules the heart. So it's not just making something or presenting yourself because you've got nothing better to do. You really want to go deeper within the truth of who you are. Sagittarius is the sign of honesty and the truth seeker. You want to go deeper in the sense of the truth you want to express and put that out to the world. Now, the Mercury retrograde, which starts off in the sign of Capricorn, is getting very real about what you say, how you say it, how you communicate. So it's a new beginning for you, Sagittarius, in a very positive way, with you going to a greater scope of the truth and authenticity of you, your brand, and how you communicate that. Capricorn, this new moon in Sagittarius is wonderful for you in the area of deepening the joy, the happiness, the sense of play in your life. Capricorn overall can be quite serious, always about achievement and going to the top of the mountain, like your symbol, the mountain goat, that is very strategic, plotting and planning what the next goal will be. Capricorn is so highly ambitious. It's also the sign of the 10th house, the world. The thing, though, with you, Capricorn, is that for all of your hard work and all of your planning and strategy and goal getting, what can fall to the wayside and put on the back burner with you, Capricorn, is play. Letting the inner child come out and have some fun. Capricorn can have a tendency to be gloomy, to take things too seriously, to make it all about work all of the time. That is out of balance. So this new moon in Sagittarius for you, Capricorn, is a new beginning in the area of you being in touch with, connected to all of the emotions, not just the serious, responsible, hard-working emotions, which you tend to love, Capricorn. But if you have ever felt like, well, where's the fun in life? Where's the joy? Then this new moon in Sagittarius is fabulous for you, going to a deeper level as far as adding in some balance into your life and allowing yourself to play and have some fun. Now, with the Mercury retrograde starting off in your sign in Capricorn, this Mercury retrograde is the reflection upon how what you say, communication, Mercury, what you say and how you think in your own mind, because it starts with thoughts or things. We know this now. With how you're thinking, if it's too negative, and then communicating negatively or too seriously all of the time. I love this new moon for you, Capricorn, because to be able to just lighten up and have some fun is a very big deal for your sign. Aquarius, this new moon in Sagittarius for you is the opportunity, the new beginning to expand on your social world, the people. Now, Aquarius loves people. It's the sign of tolerance and equality for everyone, power to the people. Aquarius tends to love that phrase. And this new moon in Sagittarius is how you want to bring in greater community, more friends, more connection, and collaborations to all different kinds of people. So you're broadening that scope that you already have as an Aquarian, but you're broadening that scope with wanting more, not only friends and people, but the way friends and people and community give back to the world. Aquarius is very philanthropic, always wants to do something to help make the world a better place. And so with this new moon in Sagittarius, you're wanting to and will connect to people that are of the same mindset that want to help and give back. Now, with the Mercury starting off retrograde in Capricorn, this for you, Aquarius, is going to assist you in the area of doing the research as far as where are these groups, where are these communities, where you will be with more like-minded, different kinds of people. And again, people that think differently, that do think outside of the accepted norm, we could say. Pisces, this new moon in Sagittarius is a new beginning for you to really strut your stuff for the whole world to see. This new moon in Sagittarius is you wanting greater expansion and opportunity. Remember, this new moon in Sagittarius is about the ultimate goal, the long-term goal. So the way you perform, express, entertain, show off, show your creativity and authenticity to the world is a new beginning for you. And it brings in that, what is the ultimate height that you want to achieve? What is that boundary that you want to cross? We're looking at Sagittarius, doesn't recognize limitations. Along with this new moon opportunity, Pisces, this same day Mercury retrograde in the sign of Capricorn is very practical with the people you align yourself with, meaning being very realistic, practical about who and what are the people that will help you to achieve this goal in the world, and communicating that to them. Now, granted, we're in a Mercury retrograde, so we always have to be a little careful about what we say and how we say it. But Mercury retrograde is also wonderful for doing the research as far as, well, who are these people that share the same vision, the same dream? Pisces, being a sign that is deeply compassionate and spiritual, has a tendency to help and listen to the troubles of everyone. Pisces loves to do that, to help if and when they can. With this Mercury retrograde in Capricorn, this Mercury retrograde in Capricorn is kind of a realistic wake-up call for you, Pisces, about how that can be such a block in the area of blocking you because you're caught up with all of their troubles and challenges and things that they need to work out, and it being a block from you making the dream come true, your dream and your vision for life. Aries, this new moon in Sagittarius beginning for you is how you will expand as a long-term goal, how you will reach out and travel all around the world, whether you do it physically and also if you do it through social media. This wanting to know different people, different cultures, different countries, this desire to grow because of how you are expanding around the world is a wonderful opportunity for you. The Mercury retrograde in Capricorn is guiding you towards doing the research, making the plans. It's not that you can't travel or shouldn't travel during a Mercury retrograde, but if you're not going to wait until after the first of the year, then do the research very carefully. Mercury retrograde, you always want to double check the scheduling, the hotels, the timing, that kind of thing. Also with this Mercury retrograde, if you're not used to traveling or if you haven't done so much of it, start with short trips. Start by exploring places in your own neighborhood and nearby that perhaps you've never gone to before. Along with that, Aries, if you have ever had an inclination to publish, to write, to go back to a higher level of learning, university, which also, of course, expands the mind, then do that as well. Aries, as you probably know, you've got the North Node, head of the dragon, in your sign. You have such favorable things right now happening for you. So the cosmic energies are very supportive of you going to the long-term goal of a whole new cosmos and world. And Aries, you will really enjoy this. You've got that fire, that enthusiasm, and excitement of the newborn baby. Taurus, you have Jupiter in your sign this year. It is going to go direct at the end of December. This new moon in Sagittarius opportunity and beginning for you is the new beginning and opportunity of long-term investments. What you really, really want to achieve financially that is safe, secure, that stands the test of time, that is fixed. Taurus loves all of these things. Taurus in astrology says, I have. So this new beginning for you is the beginning in the area of collaborations, advertisements, investments, inheritance. Very favorable for money that will last. Now, also along with that, the Mercury retrograde in Capricorn is the way you want to invest and collaborate beyond the boundaries of just your environment and world, let's say, and how you want the investments to be connected to the whole world, foreign countries, foreign things, exotic imports, things from around the world are very meaningful to you at this time, Taurus, and you want an investment and a collaboration with those things. Gemini, this new beginning for you with the new moon in Sagittarius is in the area of marriage and relationship. If you're already married, if you have your lifetime partner, this new moon in Sag is a new wonderful opportunity for shared goals, the dream, the vision of how the both of you and your partner, want your dream to be. If you're not married, if you're looking for love, would love to find your other twin, then this new moon in Sagittarius is that opportunity to put yourself out there, find the right partner for yourself. This new moon is taking place in the area of marriage. Now, Gemini, you need a lot of freedom. Gemini does not do the jealousy thing. For a Gemini, freedom of mind and thought is so important with the new moon in Sagittarius and you finding the right person. Also, the Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. Now, this contributes to the new moon in Sag partnership coming into your life with, are you on the same page as far as money? Tends to be one of the number one things that couple fight about. What are we doing with the finances? This new moon with the Mercury retrograde in Capricorn is the opportunity, whether you're in a relationship or not, to go over and redo the financial life in your partnership and get it back on track. Cancer, this new moon beginning for you in Sagittarius is about getting your health back on track. Cancer, you rule over the stomach, things having to do with food, diet, just feeling things in the area, the third chakra, the moon, the stomach, having to do with courage, pride, dignity. This new moon Sagittarius opportunity for you, Cancer, is to strengthen and get how you're feeling, because you're very perceptive. As a moon child, you're natural born psychic and intuitive that feels everything so deeply. If you've been drained emotionally, then the new moon opportunity in Sag is to strengthen your health and vitality. Also, with this Mercury retrograde starting off in the sign of Capricorn, this has to do with the power of communication and the word in relationship. What we say, how we say it, and most importantly, the intention behind it. Getting that back on track in your world will greatly contribute to the health and vibrancy of how you're feeling and how you're going to feel. It's all connected: mind, body, emotions, spirit. And with you, Cancer, having greater health and vitality connected to thoughts or things and what we say is a great opportunity as we're reflecting with the dark balsamic moon phase, the new moon, and also how we're going to start off the new year. Leo, this new moon in Sagittarius for you is a new beginning where you feel like you are on fire. The creativity for more children, creative projects, romance, the sense of just the enjoyment of life. Leo rules over the heart. I say this all of the time because when our heart is fully invested, it's all in what we're doing, then the light of the sun, the Leo with this new moon in Sagittarius, is off the charts. If you're wanting to have more children, if your long-term goal, whatever creative projects they are, you're going for it. Also the long-term goal of, do you want a big family, a small family, how many children? The Mercury retrograde starting off in the sign of Capricorn is be very practical and realistic about what are the things in your life, Leo, that need to be running smoothly. Things like cars, computers, employees, all the things in our life, our health, of course, but the things in our life that need to have the glitches worked out. They need to be running as smoothly as possible so that you don't have to worry about those things. Your job with this new moon in Sagittarius is to just create and move towards the Sagittarius long-term ultimate goal, but get everything fixed, let's say, and running smoothly. Virgo, this new moon in Sagittarius is a new beginning for you to find your place, your home, where you really want to live. Virgo, ruled by Mercury, is always working, always perfecting. That is one of their passions, their devotions, to produce the work. With this new moon in Sagittarius, Virgo, yes, of course, you will always love the work, but where do you feel safe? Where do you feel secure? The moon, which is home and family, your community, your tribe, we could say. So Virgo, ruled by Mercury, is quite restless, and they're always on to the next interesting thing. But where do you really want to live? Where do you feel grounded? And places have power. It's all energy. The place that is a power place for you. That's what this new moon in Sagittarius opportunity is offering you, Virgo. With your ruling planet, Mercury, retrograde in Capricorn, then doing the research of finding that. It also, the Mercury retrograde in Capricorn, is going back, redoing work that you want to perfect and start again. You may have had projects, for Virgo probably several of them, that had to be put off to the side for the moment because you haven't felt grounded in the place, home of where you live. Now with the new moon in Sagittarius, as you think about what is the ultimate long-term goal, where is the right place that supports you in achieving that goal as your home base. Also, the Mercury retrograde again in Capricorn, that's looking at it very practically, realistically, very grounded and very common sense, which these are the earth signs. And this is what we love about the earth signs, that they can look at a situation of what is it realistically going to take for me to live in such a such place and to do what it takes to achieve the ultimate goal. Libra, this new moon in Sagittarius is a new beginning for you with the ultimate goal of what do you really want to communicate. You're an air sign, and you're a cardinal air sign, which means to initiate a new season, a new time. And Libra, when it comes to relationships and what you would like to communicate about how all relationships are important, are they peaceful? Are they in harmony? This is a new beginning for you, Libra, to write that book, do that podcast, communicate what you feel you were born to communicate, and initiate this communication. It's very frustrating for any cardinal sign of the zodiac to not be able to take the lead somewhere in their life and initiate and start something new. With you, Libra, it's in the area of your ideas, your concepts, what you're really thinking, how to bring situations and communication in harmony where everybody feels at the negotiating table, let's say, that they are being heard and listened to, and also that they will be happy with the deal that is being made, whether it's in family, friends, business. You want to bring peace and harmony, ultimately, Libra, ruled by Venus, and you want to do it in such a way that your ideas and concepts about it are heard and at the very least, considered and listened to. This new moon in Sagittarius is a new beginning for you, with that being the ultimate goal, somehow being a peacemaker in some way. Now, the Mercury retrograde in Capricorn, that's also a cardinal, wants to initiate, lead into something new. The Mercury retrograde in Capricorn is the opportunity to do the research where and how this can be achieved. Also, because you're a sign of communication, Libra, and you want things to be balanced and peaceful, we always watch or are more careful, let's say, about, do I really want to say that? Do I really want to have that conversation right now? Mercury retrograde? No, just wait until the conditions are much more favorable. One of the key components, Libra, that will just help you so much is to be connected and know when you are out of balance, and wait until you bring that balance back into balance. How to know when you're out of balance, Libra, is when you're not feeling affectionate, romantic, cuddly, huggy, all of that loving expressions that a Venus ruled naturally has, then that's how you know you're out of balance. Just wait, not the time to take or say something. That can wait until you're back into that place of Venusian love and affection. Scorpio, this new moon in Sagittarius is a new beginning for you to return and go back to the deep, intense, passionate talents and abilities that you have. Scorpio is, let's say, too much in a certain sense, because Scorpio is fixed emotion, all or nothing at all. Their emotions are fully invested in what it is, in everything that they do. Because of this passionate, intense nature that you have, Scorpio, the new moon in Sagittarius, the long-term goal is, how will you channel that intensity using the talents and abilities that you have? Mercury retrograde in Capricorn is doing the research, finding the people that have the maturity, the wisdom, that have achieved this ability to know that they're a lot emotionally and how they work with that energy in the most positive way. So you're going back to what you wanted to do with your gifts, blessings, and talents, and then channeling that into the ultimate long-term goal that you will achieve, Scorpio, and surrounding yourself with people or a person that have mastered that skill. I love the astrology cosmic superpower this week. The light is shining on the truth that you have the power. You are born with the power to achieve your goals, to make your dreams come true, whatever they may be for you. Reach for the stars always when we look at Sagittarius. Sagittarius goes beyond the limitations, the beliefs of whatever it is that you thought you couldn't do. You can do it. You will do it. The Mercury retrograde in Capricorn is saying dig deeper as to how to achieve those goals, and always know that you have the power. Thank you, everyone. I will see you all in the stars.